Hello everybody and welcome back to the EcoPosh for You YouTube channel. I hope everybody had a lovely 3-day weekend, and thank you to our veterans out there. We appreciate your sacrifice so much, and also the sacrifice of your family. And so I hope you guys were able to have a good weekend, spend time with family, maybe get some stuff done around the house, whatever you did. I tried to get a couple things done around the house, so it was a pretty good weekend for me. But we are going to jump into our video today. Our video today is actually going to be about something that I know for a fact, I can say without talking to you, that you have experienced as a seller. Like, I already know you've had this problem, okay? This has happened to everybody, and probably multiple times. And the situation I'm going to be talking about is when a buyer thinks that you are responsible for what happens to their package after it leaves your hands and you drop it off at the post office, and it's in the custody of USPS. We are just going to read this and take a look at it and then provide some commentary afterward. So, the seller sent a message and it read as follows. Please provide details as order shows complete and I have not received. And then another message. I have not received my order. I have gone to post office and they do not have package. I went to all neighbors 4 houses down on each side of road and they have not received. I am frustrated. The seller says, Hi, I'm not sure what's going on. Once the package is with USPS, it's not in my control. I'm going to invite Poshmark support to our message and see if they can help us figure this out. I'd be frustrated too, and I'm very sorry it hasn't made it to you. Super perfect response. That's probably the exact thing I would do and say. And then the buyer says, I contacted as well. So frustrating. The seller then says, it looks like it was delivered to a P.O. box near me, but I don't have a P.O. box. I saw it said that on a separate order for someone else. It may just be an error and it's still in transit. Just very weird. I'm going to my post office in the morning to drop off more packages, so I'll ask them when I'm there if it's not resolved before then. Seems reasonable to me. The buyer says, I really want the item. My post office did not have package still, and the other tracking that showed delivered. The driver did not recall any deliveries. And then she sends another message. I still have no updates and am getting highly frustrated as well as disappointed in my purchase as a waste of money. And just all these exclamation marks. They're not necessary. I just don't think they're necessary for punctuation. And then the seller says, I am very sorry for your frustration. Like I said before, it's not in my control after it's in the hands of USPS. It has not been returned to me either. I requested Poshmark to join the conversation, and they have not yet. I'm busy with a toddler and a job, so that's why I haven't updated yet today. I asked my post office to look into it, but they don't have it and can only see the same information as us. It's in Poshmark's hands on how to resolve. We just have to wait for assistance. And then the buyer says, I am busy with a mother who is passing away, and I bought his pants with a personal tour services. Unfortunately, I don't have them. And I am a bit frustrated. I apologize if my toddler, but you chose to have. I did not choose for my order to be lost in the postal carrier, whatever the situation. But I pay for it and I'm frustrated. I do not have that item. I need this resolved ASAP. And then the seller said, wow, that's extremely rude. Poshmark will handle this further. I've been nothing but kind and professional towards you. I will not be responding anymore. As a seller, I mean, how many times are we, as sellers, how many times are we blamed for the packages not arriving soon enough, or the, package being delayed, or something happening with the post office? It is not our fault. Once we drop that package off to USPS, it's not in our control. There's nothing we can do. I don't know what people want us to do. There's no other information that we have that they don't have. And like she said, when she talked to her post office and confirmed that information, when that's happened to me, I've gone to my post office. I've said, oh, so-and-so hasn't received their package. You know, what do you... And they've only been able to see what I've been able to see as well. And the ladies at my post office are awesome. They see me all the time. I see them all the time. They're extremely helpful and very nice. And they've been working there for a long, long time, like decades. So they know a lot. They know everything. And so I ask them questions about everything shipping. And yeah. So there is absolutely nothing that this seller could have done except what she did, which was try to be really polite, even though the buyer being extremely rude. I think she was polite as long as she could be. You know, she did her due diligence by trying to check up at the post office, by trying to check up and see what happened to the package. So, I mean, how can you blame somebody for doing their best to help you? You know, I just think it is really frustrating as a seller. And a lot of times we will get, you know, bad ratings. Somebody will mark the item, you know, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, or no star, whatever, just because they're so mad about the shipping situation. And I've had a couple packages where it's taken a long time to get there. Like, it shouldn't have taken that long. Like, I've had most of the time everything gets there pretty quick and everything's fine. But like I said, every once in a while I'll get a package that I have to mail on Posh, and for whatever reason it takes like 2 weeks to get there, 3 weeks, something weird. You know, you get that message in your email, your package has been delayed, blah, blah, blah. And most of the time people are cool about it. They know it's not your fault. But every once in a while, why is this taking so long? And I'm like, I honestly don't know. It usually doesn't. It usually doesn't. So, just very frustrating. You know, we deal with a lot of things as sellers, and it can be really frustrating to be blamed for something that isn't your fault. And this is just an example of that situation. So it still happens. It happens to at least somebody daily, if not multiple times a day. This is happening. So I think she handled it the right way. Just be polite, call in Poshmark support, and when people start getting ugly with you, just don't answer them. You know, it's better just to not answer them than to say something rude to them or be unprofessional. So I guess that's about it for today. I hope everybody has some wonderful sales this week, and wishing you guys a very successful week.